You're watching Underdog Gaming. Here at the beginner's guide for Green Arrow. Green Arrow is a well-rounded character with good mix-ups and decent keep away as well. To start things off, let's discuss his special moves. Sky Alert fires straight up, so it's a decent anti-air, especially if the opponent's trying to cross you up. The meter burn version fires more arrows for extra damage, but is never worth the meter in my opinion. This attack also does crazy high damage in the corner, so keep that in mind. This attack can also be done in the air, and fires straight down. This can be tricky when combined with the jump in, since the opponent has to block two overheads back to back. It can also do really good damage after a cross-up heavy attack. Just like before, the meter burn version fires more arrows for extra damage. Do keep in mind that both air versions are unsafe on block, so be careful when using them. Hurricane Bow does good damage, and is a great way to end most combos. It's also a good way to break armor attacks as well, since it hits multiple times. The meter burn version launches the opponent to extend combos, and is safe on block as well, which is a great option, since you can always spend one bar to keep yourself safe if the opponent blocks the regular version. Savage Blast does good damage and knocks the opponent down, so it's a great way to escape pressure. It's also a decent wake up attack as well. Just keep in mind the opponent can still hit you out of it, especially if they have a fast move with good range. The meter burn version does more damage and knocks the opponent further away. Uphaven Blast does good damage and knocks the opponent down. It's also a decent anti-air, but has slow startup, so it has to be more of a prediction and less of a reaction. This attack is also great for starting off combos in the corner, and leads to very high damage. The meter burn version fires 2 shots for more damage. Stinger hits low and has great range as well, however it's very unsafe on block, so be careful when using it. The meter burn version does more damage, knocks the opponent further away, and is +2 on block. Not to mention the second hit hits overhead, so it's tough for the opponent to block. So it's great for closing in on the opponent, or for ending combos with big damage. That's it for his special moves, so let's move on to his best attack strings. More Fun is fast and does good damage, so it's a great way to start off combos. Just keep in mind the third hit is unsafe on block, but you could always save yourself with a meter burn Hurricane Bow. Thrill Seeker does less damage, but is safe on block, so it's a good option to have in your arsenal. It's also a damaging way to extend corner combos when combined with Sky Alert. Night Ranger hits mid and launches the opponent, allowing you to extend combos if you have an Ice Arrow. Light It Up does good damage and hits overhead for a good mix-up. Queen's Gambit has good range, hits low and then overhead for a good mix-up, and launches the opponent to extend combos. It's also a damaging way to start off corner combos as well. Beast Slayer does good damage, so it's a great way to end certain combos. Now Green Arrow's character power is a bit tough to explain, so allow me to do so in real time. Now if I press and hold circle, I aim the arrow. I can also crouch while aiming the arrow, or move forward or backwards. Crouching can be a good way to avoid projectiles and fire off your own. It also hits low for a good mix-up. If you want to hit the opponent overhead, then you can jump, and in the middle of your jump, hold down to fire an overhead arrow. You can also jump forward or backwards while doing this, so it's a great option to keep in mind. If you want to fire up, then walk backwards and let go of circle. Now by default, these arrows do almost no damage whatsoever, so while they might be a good mix-up, they're not going to get you anywhere as far as health is concerned. Thankfully you have 4 different arrows to choose from. Burning Desire fires fire tip arrows, which do really good damage and knock the opponent away, so they're great for keep away. Each reload gives you access to 3 fire arrows. Frozen Tip gives you a single ice arrow. As you saw earlier, this arrow is great for extending combos. Electrocution gives you access to 2 electric arrows. These arrows do good damage and stagger the opponent, so they're great for extending certain combos, especially since they don't scale your combo damage, unlike the Ice Arrow. You can also meter burn any of these arrows for a Boxing Glove arrow, which does very good damage. Also keep in mind that you can press L2 to put these arrows away, and then redraw them later by pressing circle again. This is awesome because it means you're never committed to firing that arrow. Instead, you can just put it away and then wait till later to fire it. Keep in mind that you never want to load arrows in the neutral. That's a risky move. Instead, you're better off comboing into your arrow reload. I prefer ending my combos with Quiver, since it gives me time to load my arrows safely and keeps the opponent closer for a mix-up. Green Arrow Super has armor and does really good damage as well. In fact, Green Arrow has some of the highest damaging super combos in the game. With that being said, Green Arrow does rely on meter for a lot of his combos, so a super is not always the best option, unless you prefer using ice arrows to extend your combos. Alright, now let's put it all together for some basic bread and butter combos. The button translations are in the video description below. I hope you enjoyed this beginner's guide. Please request which character you want to see next. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and post a comment too. Tell me what you think. If you want to support my channel and look good while doing it, please check out my t-shirts. If you want to support the channel more directly, please stop on by my Patreon. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because we have content on this channel every single week. It's never a dull moment on Underdog Gaming. So make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.
Green Arrow wins.